Well, hello friends, and an amazing shocker, I'm finally doing a part 3 to my video series on K-pop music videos that should be full-length movies. Initiate the fangirl squeals! Because 5 minutes or so is just not enough to tell these stories, and as always, if you haven't seen any of these MVs, I'm going to give a spoiler warning just in case. So let's get on with the third video in this series with 7 music videos to cover this time. Infinite's 2011 hit music video Before the Dawn depicts members Woohyun and L in a constant battle against this evil man. Even from the very beginning of the movie, we spend over an hour watching this thriller unfold as the two boys work together to take down this guy out to get them. They're left feeling trapped. It's a struggle. It's captivating to watch them running from their fears and then facing them head on. As the story progresses and reaches its climax, we learn that this man is not even real, but instead a manifestation of one's internal conflict. And whose internal conflict? Well, we discovered that this movie is taking place inside L's head this entire time. Inside a coffee shop. Why? Because this girlfriend of his dumped his ass and found another man. Sorry bro, better luck next time. Cosmic Girl's Secret is a beautiful music video that draws inspiration on several popular animes such as Dragon Ball Z and Princess Mononoke. The music video clearly lends itself in being a magical anime that follows the traditional magical girls anime trope, where these young girls all possess magical powers equipped with animal sidekicks and kick-ass transform sequences. They receive these powers from beings from other planets, and they set on their space car thingies as well as their teleportation and flight skills to discover the planet they seek to be lifeless. Despite this setback, the girls all join together in magic and dance to summon life back to the mysterious planet. I'm not sure how this will all work out for them, but I'm sure the fanboys watching will be a nice plan B, as they will do everything they can to find their way back to that planet. Because, you know, repopulating, wink wink. Come back home. Can you come back home? Okay, I'm gonna try to be relatively quick with this one because YG loves slapping copyrights onto people's videos. Yeah, I'm on to you, YG. Anyways, 2NE1's Come Back Home takes place in a futuristic sci-fi dystopian universe that has some similarities to plots like Fahrenheit 451 and Ready Player One. The world has drifted into a time where the people have lost touch with reality, so much that virtual reality, and in this case, virtual paradise, has superseded the things that can only happen in the real world, such as love. Dara's story in the music video is the most compelling, as her story eventually crossed paths with the rest of the members. Dara's love she's once had with her, I assume, husband, has almost faded away completely, and she wishes she could go back to the good times. Dara eventually meets CL, who becomes the mastermind alongside Minzy and Bomb to lead a rebellion, where they enter the virtual paradise to end the sad reality of what the real world has become and bring it back to what it used to be. Essentially, they want everyone to come back home. A movie and lead song that's also a metaphor to send a message to folks who lose themselves to things like drugs, technology, and such to come back home. And now, in 2018, while I'm at it, for 2NE1 to please come back home. We miss you. Okay, that wasn't exactly a quick explanation, but it's a great music video and one that could be a great movie too. In 2017, CrossGen released Black or White, which was an interesting combination of 2 different tracks of White Mind and Black Mind, which were divided into 3 members for each track. It was a well thought out release and one that draws inspiration from Greek mythology. And for this movie's release, it obviously would work well as a thrilling horror flick with a serious message, since let's be real, this music video is pretty damn gory. The movie has an interesting introspective take, as the 6 boys each have their own storylines and are battling their inner demons, such as something related to mental health issues, like schizophrenia, some traumatic phobias, anxiety, and someone who likes to lie in a strangely placed coffin like a vampire in an alley for some apparent reason. He's probably the sickest one of all. Throughout the movie, we see the boys casually sit around the rooms and alleys waiting for their dark personas to show up and beat the hell out of them. Fights ensue, and they all, of course, die gruesomely, making you left feeling that you probably won't be donating blood anytime soon. The movie shows all the boys in a white room together, all wearing white, for which I assume is heaven or an homage to the Backstreet Boys because, hello, boy band. And after they all stare at the screen for 10 seconds, they all return to their bodies, waking up in pools of blood like nothing ever happened. One message to take away is that whatever mental illness you have, you can overcome anything and have a second chance. K.Will's 2012 music video for Please Don't was one that shocked the K-pop community back in the day, and I highly suggest watching that one as it's one of the greatest K-pop music videos of all time, and I'm about to spoil it here. For as long as movies and plays have been made, there's always your classic love stories. Man and woman fall in love and something gets in the way. In this case, we follow the story of Seung-guk, where we witness a guy suffering severe internal conflict as he watches his best friend preparing for the wedding when he feels it should have been him. The plot unfolds with the majority of the audience screaming at their screens, "Don't be awesome! Inguk Oppa will take care of you!" Until we reach the climactic end and a major plot twist to discover that Inguk was in love with the groom the entire time. A win for the LGBTQ community and a progressive movie in the 21st century. Sorry ladies, our boy Inguk likes to drive stick. K-Squad, roll up! Lizzy of After School and Orange Caramel, who now goes by Park Soo-ah, collaborated with Park Myung-soo back in 2015 with the song and music video Goodbye PMS. And throughout the music video, it is apparent she is going through that special time of the month that most women dread. Unless you're looking for validation of not being late, then that's another story. Anyways, the movie starts with Lizzy waking up from her dream to realize that PMS has officially arrived. Park Myung-soo embodies that pesky little devil as he carries out his little antics. Uh-oh, what's he up to this time? We get a glimpse and see that Lizzy is suffering from cramps, bloatedness, hunger, migraines, acne, and how this pesky little devil thing is being a total nuisance in her daily life. As a guy, I will be the first to say that I don't know what this all feels like, but it seems that PMS can be a total dick. Park Myung-soo, if you haven't guessed by now, has the initials PMS, and on the worst day of her cycle, he has reached his fullest potential in final form. He then begins to wreak havoc on the entire town. Lizzy, at this point, pretty much had enough of his fuckery and takes her PMS medicine and achieves her final form to take on the manifestation of PMS herself. An epic battle ensues like Power Rangers meets Godzilla. Lizzy ends the battle by feeding it medicine and squashing him. It's all over and Lizzy lives on again for another month. But he'll be back to his devilish ways again, but until then, the two go about life happily dancing around in the streets and doing what most girls do when they're not going through that time of the month. At least that's what this movie makes me think y'all do. Am I right?
365 so fresh 하나부터 열까지 여기 뭘 해도 느낌 오지 I'm 365 so fresh.
Every once in a while, you might come across a golden indie flick. One that even garners Oscar buzz. The Triple H 365 Fresh movie starts off like the music video, where we are shown a certain point in the movie that will occur later on. Time reverses and we see Triple H's Hui, E'Dawn, and HyunA all have their own storylines. Hui is some sort of bad daddy player who enjoys danger, getting beat up, and stealing from women. Meanwhile, HyunA accidentally kills a guy in self-defense because, like, oops! While we have E'Dawn, who clearly has a death wish. We see him performing acts like self-suffocation and throwing himself in front of a car. Hui steals the car from the girls he scams at the club and runs into HyunA, who's on the run, and together they accidentally hit Edan in a stolen car and he of course survives. They then have a threesome together, yada yada yada. That's mainly the reason why people are going to go see this movie in theaters anyway, let's be real. Anyway, the police are after them, so they think it'd be a good idea for them to all jump off a building. It makes you wonder if there's more to the story. Well, turns out there's a sequel in the works because in the next movie, they show why they are really running from the police because HyunA and Edan burned down the Cube building. While Hui sits and laughs at the spectacle. Yeah, Cube, you get your own movie of your demise, and it'll be much more successful than you'll ever be at this point. Grab the popcorn, folks, because you're about to fuck up your carb diet after these dramas. Well, there you have it, folks. These are just 7 more K-pop music videos that ought to be full-length movies. Depending on how well this video is received, I'll consider doing a part 4 later on, but what other music videos would you like me to cover if I was to do more of these? Hope you all enjoyed this one, and as always, thank you for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button for me, and go check out many more of my works, including parts 1 and 2 in this series if you haven't already, and see you next time!